Hey guys, so a lot of people are upset at these bailouts. A Reuters poll said 84% of Americans are opposed to using taxpayer money to bail out irresponsible banks. You would think Congress would listen, but of course, many in Congress have their own priorities. At any rate, the voters are done with it. Yesterday, I talked about the best way to fix it, which is full reserve banking. So that's where your checking account is fully backed by actual cash in the bank vault and your long-term savings are lent out as a time deposit. This ends bank runs, it ends most of the inflation in the economy. Predictably, there's pushback from people who benefit from those bailouts and that inflation. Bankers, of course, but also Silicon Valley tech bros and VCs who quite like the bailouts they have and the easy money that causes it. Many of these guys actually fancy themselves as free market, and their argument boils down to grandma should be investing in that leveraged bond fund that we lovingly call banks because she should have read the fine print. My answer there is any contract that one side doesn't understand is fraud. I don't believe grandma understands her life savings are parked in a leveraged bond fund paying 0.25% interest per year. The other claim of these so-called free marketers is that the economy would stop growing if we didn't have fractional reserve. In other words, if grandma didn't risk her life savings for peanuts. Civilization itself, they claim, was built on fractional reserve money printing. This is goofy. Entrepreneurship and innovation do just fine with full reserve banking. Remember, most of your money is still being lent out. Only about 20% of bank deposits are in checking. Which has to stay in cash. The rest of it is long-term savings that would pay higher specifically because it can be lent out. So the question here is soaking up that final 20%. Now, inflation promoters have pushed this propaganda for centuries that printing money is good because it makes people spend more. In fact, it is the opposite. Money printing hurts innovation, it hurts the economy for the simple reason that printing money doesn't actually create anything. It simply transfers. The buying power of every new dollar is siphoned from an old dollar, from every pension, every bank account, every coffee can on top of the fridge. They're all drained so that bankers can give cheap money to VCs. That flood of new money outbids the old money. So your little factory in Wisconsin can't get an accountant, you can't get warehouse staff, you can't get a delivery truck because Amazon is hogging them all up with cheap fractional reserve debt. In contrast with full reserve, savings are still lent. Any that isn't lent simply transfers its buying power to all other dollars in circulation. Nothing is lost, but you gain enormously. You have radically lower inflation. You have no more boom, bust, bailout cycles. Heck, maybe seniors could actually live on their life savings instead of being forced to gamble in the stock market and then being used as human shields by bankers and VCs lobbying for bailouts. In short, you get an honest economy and you get a stable economy. All right, see you next time.